All right here. Okay. How's your weekend go?
Not bad, not bad. Just, mom got into a little fender bender, and I just been busy a little bit, with the family. But other than that, all is
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She doing all right?
Yeah, she all right.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. What happened to the young lady?
The follow up is for tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Huh?
Follow up is for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'll confirm her in the AM.
Okay. What about her sister?
I think we left off with her watching the video. I think, and I'll get back with her probably around the same time. Told her I'll give her some time to watch the video because me explaining it to you is not going to work. That's what she asked me to do. So I had to go through that for a minute and told her just watch the video. She's texted me back and said she watched it. So I said we'll get back together Tuesday, which was the 7-minute video.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, welcome to the call, everybody. We'll be brief. We're just going to jump into some information for this evening, and then we will call it a night. Looks like this is we're at the end of the month. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the book of the month that we've been reading. We kind of got started late into the month, so I'm going to we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue it on into next month because actually I didn't get a chance to finish reading it as well, so I'm not sure who all had a chance to into it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and record this. I understand it is a holiday for most, so definitely appreciate everybody jumping on, Terrence and Mr. Artisha. So we won't be long, but we want to go ahead and get this training in. So we've been starting off with the book, reading the book of the Law of Confession, and our teacher has a few notes she wants to go over real quick, and then we're going to talk a little bit. Last time we talked about prospecting. So tonight we'll go over a little bit, actually what me and Terrence were just talking about just now. We're going to talk a little bit more about peaking and passing and becoming more proficient at that, and then we'll go from there. So without any further ado, we want to let Ms. Artisha take it away, and I'll pull up my screen here to share those pages here in a second.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
You say yes?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, all right. Good evening, everyone. Again, our book of the month, Law of Confession.
Wow.
Okay. I'm sorry. The first point that I wanted to share again, it is the end of May. We are going to continue this through June. I have 4 points this evening. Hopefully Andre will be able to pull them up on the screen so that you can follow along with me. My first point is on page 43. If you have the book, please feel free to follow along. And it is the part in the middle of the page that talks about, it starts with this, the third paragraph down. It says, life and death consist of more than just breathing or not breathing. Life is the abundant life Jesus died to give us, according to John 10:10. And death is anything that separates us from that abundant life. It is not just a matter of whether or not we are physically alive or dead, thrive or barely survive, whether we live or die, thrive or barely survive depends on our words. So I really like this passage, again, because it's just letting us know that there's a lot in between, breathing or not breathing. And it starts off with our words, okay? The next point is on page 65.
Okay.
Starting off where it talks about Peter's story. So as many of us may know, Peter, what this passage is talking about beforehand is Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Many of us would say, oh my goodness, we would never do that, et cetera, et cetera. What was he thinking? He's such a failure. So that's where this passage starts off. And I think that this passage is very important, especially with the nature of our business. So I'll go ahead and read it. It just says, Peter's story gives hope to all of us to continue in faith when we fail the Lord. It reveals God's unending grace and mercy toward us. So this is the more important part. So no matter where you are, again, right there, Andre, Peter's story at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter where you are or what spiritual condition you are in right now, you can turn it all around just like Peter did. You can change your confession and begin to build yourself up in the Word of God. So we all know that Peter ended up being just one of the greatest disciples. I don't want to take you to church. I think it's Monday, yesterday, Sunday, so you might have already been. But Peter ended up being one of the greatest disciples, spreading the gospel all over. So he ended up being what we would call a success. Same thing with our business. This passage parallels our business. No matter where you are right now, you can turn it around with the power of your words. The next point is on page 95, and we are almost done. It's in the middle of the page, and it says,
Acting like God.
Acting.
Starting with that part.
I apologize. What it says is, it says a change in your life. Oh, it's the end of the first paragraph there. It says a change in your life always begins with a change in your words. Again, this is the law of confession. This is what we're talking about. A change in your life always begins with a change in your words. Page 111 is my last point this evening.
Okay.
At the very top, it talks about the whole paragraph there. When on page 111 at the very top, starting with when you are dealing with.
Okay.
So when you.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, it'll be in page 110. Okay, page 111 in the actual physical book. When you are dealing with a lot of different opinions and perspectives, the key is to get God's perspective. Think of the Israelites and remember that the majority is not always right. Don't ever let what the majority is thinking or saying influence you to go against the word of God, or you may end up in the wilderness for 40 years and never get to your promised land. So this parallels our business as well, in the sense of don't ever let what anyone says persuade you if you know in your heart that what you are doing is the right thing for you.
Right.
And that concludes this session with the law of confession. Again, I hope that you've been enjoying it. It is a great, again, supplement to your Bible, and something that even after we're finished with it, continue in, because what Andre, we've done it, and we're doing it, changing our life with our words.
Right. Right on.
Nice.
Cool. Good stuff, Artisha. Appreciate that. You got anything on that, Terrence, you want to share?
No, that was good stuff.
All right. Okay. Well, perfect. So that is huge. Um, I'm I'm reading the book as well and getting into it, and I like to dissect that information and really. Let me see, make sure I'm sharing my. Am I sharing my screen here with y'all? Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know if mine's is lagging or
You
what's
see
going
my
on.
you see my Facebook page?
No, actually, mine's done kind of went dark, but I don't know if it was you or mine's. So I
I
don't
see
really
your
know.
Facebook page.
Okay, okay. So I'm sharing
It
my
must
screen with
be.
you. See if you can get that, if you can see my screen, Terrence, because I'm gonna go through some of my conversations that I've been having on Facebook here. We're gonna talk a little bit about peaking and passing and uh, mastering that a little bit better. Um, but it is recorded as well if you're having issues there. So real quick, when it comes to peaking and passing, we're going to talk about peaking and passing. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to go through a fundamental process. Thank you, Artisha. Go through the fundamentals of the business each week and just continue to master them and tweak them and get better. I will say this, Terrence, don't get frustrated. You're still new, so you still you still in your probationary period of really learning and understanding this business and
Yep.
getting your getting your flow together. So don't let it frustrate you. Um, I'm personally still at zero for the entire month, and I can accredit that to my numbers and what I've been doing. So I don't let that frustrate me. But what I have been doing is continually to tweak my business and to tweak my efforts. I've had opportunities to bring people aboard, but again, my focus is we went from just signing people up and just recruiting whosoever will to bringing aboard serious people that want a business build. I also work at the Marriott Waterside Hotel in Tampa. And one of the things that I like about when I first started working with Marriott is that they don't just hire anybody. And if the team is going to come up short for a while, then the team just comes up short because they're very particular about who they bring aboard. And I really like that because and they put you through so many hoops. They make you take this personality profile test. They do multiple interviews and multiple managers and all this stuff. And it could be for a dishwasher position. But that's Marriott's culture is that they like to bring in. I mean, those people still mess up or still not hang around or quit or whatever. But on their front end, they go through the process of bringing in good quality individuals. That's their goal. So being all the people that I've recruited in the past and the stuff that I've seen, I really take my time in making sure that I don't bring in just anybody because I don't want anybody to waste my time. My goal is to really eliminate more people than I try to bring in because I want people that's going to come in and be serious about building something. So yeah, it bothers me. I didn't get my 5 this month. I mean, still got a couple of days left, but it don't bother me because I did talk to quite a few people. I need to double my numbers and speak to a lot more. And we started the Facebook prospecting around the middle of the month. So it's going to be a better month next month. But I did talk to a few people and I got rid of them quickly because they didn't come through like I'm expecting. So, but one of the things that we're talking about in the law of confession is that when I get on the computer, one of the things that my wife reminded me, she said, we're looking for people that are hungry, humble, and motivated. So that's what I say when I get ready to start prospecting. I attract people that are hungry, humble, and motivated. So that keeps my mind focused on the right things. And another thing is also, Terrence, that I've always shared this with everybody, and you might not have heard me say it before, but what you want to do when you get to a point of frustration or don't look like it's working or what have you, number one, you want to take massive action. You want to continue to talk to a lot of people. Second thing you want to do is you want to track your numbers. So I have a calendar in my kitchen area that my wife holds me accountable. So she said, did you get your 20 today? Did 20 prospects today? Did you message them? So if I'm hitting my numbers, I'm not worried about what the outcome is going to be. I just focus on hitting my numbers each week. If I'm really frustrated, one thing I'll do is I'll take a whiteboard. I have a whiteboard right here, and I'll put 1 through 10 on it. And I'll put, what is it, vertical, up and down, I'll put 1 through 10. And then horizontal, I'll put columns that say prospect, peak and pass, presentation, follow up, and then yes or no, meaning did they sign up. So I know that if I take 10 people through that process, it's called a cash generating whiteboard. If I take 10 people through that process, and I know somebody's going to sign up. I know that without a doubt. Okay. I take
real quick. What you put on your board?
I'm sorry.
I said, what you say you put on right on your board?
I put 1 through 10
going down
vertical on the far end. I put 1 through 10, and then I'll put on top, at the top, going across horizontal, I'll put the process that I need to take them through. So they're already a prospect. Then I put peak and pass, and then I'll put presentation, and then I'll put follow up, and then yes or no. Then what I do, so like, let's say I'm talking to this guy right here, Mr. Vincent, on my page. If I take him through the process, he'll be my prospect. So if I peek and pass him and he watched that video, then I'll check it off. Okay. Yeah. If he gets to the presentation, I'll check that off. If he get to the follow up, I'll check that off. If I take 10 people through that entire process, I'm going to have a sign up. It's guaranteed. Okay. There's no way possible that you can get through 10 and not have a sign up. Not possible. But you got to take them through that process. So you focus on the system and not what's going on, the end result. The system is going to work for you. So that's what system means. Save yourself time, energy, and money. So you let the system work the business and the people run the system. So anytime, again, I'm frustrated, I say, okay, I don't know what's going on. But if I run people through that system, you're guaranteed a sign up out of 10. Now, I normally don't get to, before I get to either 4 or 5 people through that system before I have my sign up. I never made it all the way to 10. So that you got to turn this thing into a game, and you got to play it as a game. You got to play it as a game. You got to hit your numbers on a daily basis. If you don't, you got to double up the next day, or somehow punish yourself and somehow reward yourself, and let the numbers go to work for you. Okay. So what I want to do, again, I want to talk about peaking and passing. So I had a conversation here with, can you see my screen yet, Terrence, or are you still not able to see? Terrence, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen or not, or no? It might be my internet connection. It said my internet connection is unstable. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your answer. If you answered me.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, cool. All right. So again, we're talking about peaking and passing. Now, again, since we're going to be training on a little bit, the peak and pass came from Brian Bean. Before I started the business, my econ, I used to just send them straight to a presentation, do a follow-up, and close. When he added, when we decided to be coachable to Brian Bean's system and doing the peak and pass, being that we had a lot of new people on our team, and we still do, when we implemented that, everything really took off. So we've been doing that ever since. So just a quick video to send over to people. Now, you also, the peak and pass is not always a video. It can be you introducing a person to your upline. That can be a peak and pass. Your screen sharing exposed. It can be them getting on a sizzle call. It can be many things. Let me see. Okay, so a peak and pass can consist of many different things to get a person going. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the 7-minute video. So one of the things that I do is I haven't done it yet, but I like to interview my prospects and find out a little bit about them. So that can also be counted as a peek and pass, and then I can just send them right on to the presentation. But for people that are brand new, who are learning to share the business with other people, you definitely want to just take them through the process of sharing with them the video. Now, let's talk about that young lady real quick, Terrence.
Yep.
Okay. One of the things that we could have done before you messaged her the other day was got her on the phone. I had left her number at home. That was my fault, and I was going to send her a text. But what I wanted to do is we want to try to strike when the iron's hot. So if the other young lady said, "Hey, talk to my sister," we want to get her on the phone right away, because if we can get both of or one of them excited, we can get something going. So
Right.
we want to have a sense of urgency to get that potential prospect on the line as quickly as possible to get her, share with her a little bit about who we are and what we do. If she wanted to get on the phone, I would have got her on the phone. Or put her on three-way on the phone with me. I would rather have spoken to her so that she know what's going on, and we direct her through this. Make it. So we can direct her through this process. So just keep that in mind. When she said, "I got somebody, my sister," you want to get her on the phone right away. Get her on the phone right away to introduce yourself to her, because the closer you can get belly to belly with an individual, the better you're going to have with the process. The more you push them away to video and push them away, the less connection. This business is the art of having people to like you and trust you. If they don't like you and they don't trust you, they're not going to do business with you. Period. End of story. Check this out. This young lady right here, her name is Raquel. She sent me a message. I have no clue who she is. She's not even a friend of mine on Facebook. But she says, "Hi, I'd like to get more info on how I could build passive income. My father passed away, left me with some life insurance and pension accounts, more money than I've ever had given at one time. Can you help me?" I don't know this lady from the man in the moon. But why is it that she trusts me or asking me for advice for what to do with her money? Okay, because of what I post. Also a member of the Marriage Club and Credit Questions. Okay, so we're a member of those groups, but it's because she's obviously been on my page and seen some of my posts, and she liked what she sees. So my goal of posting is to get people to like me and trust me. They feel that they know me. They see my videos. They see my family. And that's what Facebook allows us to do, to get people to they like us and they trust us and they feel they know us. So now I have an appointment with this young lady to chat tomorrow. I went for her response, and we're gonna talk and find out what we can do to help her to get her money, be able to make her money work for her so she can reach personal financial success. So again, it's like and trust. And so any prospect that reaches out to you or that is referred to you, you want to talk to them as quickly as possible, or put them on the phone with your upline, or the same thing that you're going to have your teammates do the same thing. Okay, and then you send her to the video. Then you send her to the video and get her back on the phone as quickly as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to say, "Hey," she said, "I watched the video. Great. Let's chat real quick. I want to get to know you." I always tell them I'm trying to put a voice behind the messaging. Okay, that's what my goal. I just want to put a voice behind the message so you know who I am, get a little bit comfortable. And what I want to do is ultimately get a chance to somehow compliment that individual. Okay, so when it comes to peaking and passing, we want to be able to have a small conversation, find out a little bit about them, let them know a little bit about you, a little bit about my econ, and throw in some type of compliment in there So if her sister says she was sharp, like you mentioned to her in the text, that she would be a great candidate for our opportunity. And I said, great, let's hop on the phone real quick and then we'll see if there's a good move for us to go forward. Okay, something to that effect. And then she would have watched the presentation and then we can all get back on the phone on tomorrow. So just really, really keep that in mind when talking to prospects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. So again, back to peaking and passing. So I messaged this guy right here. Again, my goal is to get rid of you, not to get you. I want to get rid of you because I don't want to waste my time. So, and I don't mean it in a mean way, but again, most people thinking that you're trying to get me, you're trying to sell me. So I sent them my message. I said, I'm putting together a team of brothers and sisters willing to go and fight for their financial future, financial security. I normally don't do this. It's okay to tell me no, blah, 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 blah. He says, hey, I appreciate you reaching out. I am a man smart enough to know to always keep my options open. My current career is very demanding, so I'm not sure if what you are referring to is feasible for me without additional information. I said, right on. So that we don't waste each other's time. If I sent you over a quick 7-minute video that explains a little bit about who we are and what we do, and you look at it and let me know if you want more information or not. Can you do that by tomorrow? Okay. He says, I'll check it out tonight. Boom, I'll send the video over to it. I say, here's a quick video. If you like what you hear, if it resonates with you, let me know. We can chat like men on the phone. So I've even, because I've been messaging people and I've sent them over the Peak and Pass, I haven't been getting the responses that I like. So what I do at this time is I continue to tweak it to get better so that I can connect with these people, because I don't want to just be sending out a ton of messages, but when they respond, I want to get a result. So what I did was I said, I need to get these people on the phone, which is what I've been telling you. Let me know. I said, here's a quick video. I do want them to watch a Peak and Pass, because if they like what they hear, then we can talk. If they don't, we don't have to waste time. So I said, if you like what you hear, if it resonates with you, let me know. Then we can chat on the phone like men so I can get more information over to you. I hate talking business through Messenger, okay? Now, I do that psychologically because I want them to say, who's this guy? Most people think, who's this guy messaging me? I want them to know I don't do business that way. It's the only way I can get in contact with you. But I love to get on the phone with you like a man, right? I'm pulling hitting that ego, right? So let them know I'm serious about what I do. So I said, I would appreciate hearing back from you within 24 hours. Why do I do that? Because if I don't hear back from you, I'm going to come back and message you and cancel you, because that's my intention. Because that normally, it either spike that person to say, hey, I'm still here, I just didn't have time, or they're just going to flake out and disappear anyway, and I'm not wasting my time trying to get them. I don't have time for that. So I send him the video. He watches it, and he messaged back to me was, my brother in Atlanta told me about this a couple years ago. Okay. Now, what does that do for me? Absolutely nothing. So I said, told you about this information or about our company? And then I came back and I said, I'm not sure what he was doing, but I'm on the business side of the coin. I'm looking for people, to be clear, who requires money to work for them versus themselves working for money. Why am I saying that? Because he said right up here that my career is demanding, okay? So I'm trying to throw a little emotional plug in there. Who requires money to work for them versus them working for money, so that they can be free to enjoy life with their family. If that's you, let's discuss further. If not, I understand. Again, I'm not trying to get you. I'm trying to get rid of you. And I'm not going to sit around waiting for your response. So I'll always let a whole day go by before I come in and fire you. But that's my goal, because I don't want to be wasting time. He never responded, but he did read my message. Thanks so much for your time. If you happen to know anybody who is sharp like you, has a fire underneath them and want to do something big with their life, please have them give me a call. Andre Simpson. Boom. I can work it out where it benefits us all. Take charge. Boom. I'm out. Okay. So I get rid of them.
Yep. I have her information though, where we last left off. I do remember now. uh, like I said, she tried to get past the information and get me to try to dialogue with her and just explain everything to her. So I had to explain to her, no, can't explain 40 minutes of information and a phone call. Is best check it out. But yeah, she's kind of on ice right now, if you will. But she did get back with me and say, well, I'm willing to. I did watch it, so I'm willing to talk about it. So that's where we left off. And at this point, I haven't responded because it took her forever to get to that point. So I figured I'll just check back with her, after the holiday.
Took her forever to do what?
To get back with me. We actually supposed to talk. I did call her. She was still with her mom. I said, why you ain't just tell me on the text? I could have just let you, handle your business until you're ready. I said, put some time away to talk to you. So, but she had texted me back, well, it's best you just, explain everything to me so I can see if it's something that I want to do.
Now, this is before the Peak and Pass video or after?
Here, let me pull it for you right now. I can tell you exactly. All right, here it is. So we had set up, this is all before right now, before the Pique and Pass. This is the intro. And I said, so we're not playing phone tag. When are you available?
Right.
And she said, I don't know about no phone tag, but I'm available around 3:30. Just so happened at 3:30, she wasn't really ready. We started phone tag.
Okay. So you called her at 3:30. She wasn't available.
Right.
Okay. So then what did you do after that? You messaged her, or she called you, or you called her?
I messaged her.
Okay.
So I said, I don't know if she has sent you this video, but it's a 7-minute video. Everyone takes a look at it to understand a little bit about who we are and what we do. You can watch that before we actually speak again.
Okay. Okay. So again, okay. So we're scheduled to talk at 3:30, and because she didn't pick up, you went on to send her the video.
No, she picked up. She was just still busy.
Okay. But y'all didn't get a chance to talk.
Yeah, briefly, about 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. And then you told her I would send you over the video, or she said, I can't talk right now, call me back. Here's what I'm getting at. So you want to, if you can, you have a feel for what's going on with the conversation or how she's talking. I'm like this. If we're scheduled to talk at 3:30 and I call her, oh, I'm still busy, I can't talk right now. All right. And I'm like, okay, cool. When's a good time for us to chat? You're not getting my video. That's my thing. Until we have a talk, I need to know who I'm sending this over to. That's my mindset. And I also need to know that I'm talking to somebody that's worthy of this information. Again, I'm not trying to get anybody. I'm trying to build me a business so I can be free and be at home with my wife and kids, with my family. So I don't just need your sign up. I need somebody that's about business. So depending on how she responded, that's what I'm trying to figure out, how she responded.
Well, yeah, I would say she was worried.
She was what? Hello?
And, I was like, okay, so you good? She's like, yes. She said, did you watch? I said, did you watch it? She said, not as of yet. It would be faster if you could tell me so I can decide if this is something I feel okay with. So at this point, I thought about it, and me, from my perspective and how I'm actually running my business, it's for me. It's just best that I put up this shield, if you will, against people. So I didn't hold any punches. So I said, okay. I said, hello, okay. It's only 7 minutes, and
Right.
honestly, you should want to know what it is that you're getting involved in and not just take my word for it. If you're too busy for a 7-minute video, you might be too busy to be in business as well. Respectfully. Understand, you don't want to waste time. I understand you don't want to waste time, and that's great. Neither do I. So when you finish the video, let me know. I look forward to speaking with you soon. If not, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Right on.
She
Right on.
came back 30 about an hour and 30 minutes later. She said, I just watched it. Sounds very promising, but there's always a catch to something, but I'm willing to talk about it. That's where we left off.
Okay. And that was when? Friday, Saturday?
That was Saturday,
Okay.
late Saturday.
All right. Okay. So at that point, good. So you see what happened. You postured up on her and they respond. So as you can see, that posturing works. So that's good. When it's out of that frustration that you say, look, let me tell you what's up, and then they respond. Because again, like she's negative just like her sister for the most part, is what the
Right.
okay. So, but they can potentially be good. Potentially, we don't know. We'll find out. But you still take them through the process. The goal is to get them through the process. So she said she watched it. She basically said, and the reason when I send that Peek and Pass video, my thing is I always tell them, Terrence, let me know if you want more information. She can say that it's great, it sounded good, there's always a catch, I'm still willing to talk. My question is from there, would you like more? That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Would you like more information based upon what you saw? And then I'm still staying in my process. You just continue to work the system. They're going to say things outside of the system. Don't go out there with them. Just stay right within, keep them within the walls of your system. Again, so that you can mark off your cash generating whiteboard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you did excellent, 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 excellent. So again, don't let them deter you from what she's saying. Just take her through the process so I can mark off my next check mark. Did you Peek and Pass? I sure did. She said, I'm still willing to talk. Great. Next step is presentation. Would you like more information based upon what you saw? That was your next response. If she says yes, great. I'm going to send over a presentation before I do that. Or if you have a moment to talk so you ain't got to type all this up, you have a quick moment to talk so I can get more information over to you. A time that you can commit to. I'm not going to play, you don't have to say, I'm not going to play phone tag with you, but you said, okay, I'd like to get some more information into your hands so that you can make an intelligent decision. If you don't want to do the conversation, then text it to her. Say, if I sent you over a 30-minute or 40-minute presentation, can you watch it? How soon can you take a look at it so we can follow up and get all your questions answered? See, and you wait for her to respond. Don't let her be one waiting for you to respond. You want to be waiting for her to respond and let her disqualify themselves because you need to get this over with. You don't want to drag it out too long. I'm waiting for you to say something stupid and let me know you're not the right person. Okay. But if she, like her sister did, y'all ain't getting rid of me that easy.
Right.
She came back and did the exact same thing. So there's something about these sisters that they got a little something in them that just need to be molded. You know what I'm saying? So they might be a diamond in the rough. We just got to knock the coal off of them. Or they might just be a big lump of coal. We need to find out.
Yeah, right.
So you got something there. I would respond and say, great. I would say like this because your sister is watching the presentation right now. Would you like more information as well? We're scheduled to talk with her on tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then if she says yes, I wouldn't give her the presentation until she responds. And she says, yes, I would like more information. Great. Will 2 p.m. tomorrow would be a good time to follow back up with you and enough time for you to watch the information before I send this over to you. She answers my reply, says yes again, then we're in business. I'll send you the video and then I'll also say, here's the video. The first one is the main one to watch. The rest is for additional information. I look forward to chatting with you, with your sister tomorrow. And I will use her sister name and her name. I will use her sister name. I look forward to chatting with you and Sharice tomorrow at 2 p.m. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, and then go from there. You took her through the process. Then you check off. Now you check off presentation, and now we wait for the follow-up tomorrow. They're gonna talk. They're gonna converse. They're gonna watch the information together or whatever, and then we get on the phone and do what it do.
Okay, you know it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, you did good. You postured up. That's what's needed. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody to do. It's okay when you posture up on these people. They wake up because they think somebody's always trying to get them. And you gotta let them know I don't need you. I'm looking for the right person. I'll show you another conversation that I've had here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I got this guy right here. Messaged him. His response was, it all depends. If I can see the benefits, I would take a look. Is this network marketing based? Okay. I don't shy away from that. Cool. Sounds good. Yes, the business side of it is network marketing. Then I send him the video. Here's a quick video. If what you hear resonates with you, let me know. We can chat on the phone like men. I hate talking business through Messenger. I would appreciate hearing back from you within 24 hours out of respect of your schedule. I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for the right person. This can be a life changer for the right person. I sent him this on Sunday. He replied to me on Saturday night at 11 o'clock. I replied to him Sunday morning at 9:44. It is now Monday. It's been 24 hours. I haven't heard from him. It is the holiday. I'm going to give him till 10 o'clock tomorrow, and I'm firing him. I give him the holiday. But 10 o'clock tomorrow, thanks for your time, bro. You know anybody else? I'm just going to copy and paste from the last guy. Just keep going through the numbers. It's all right. Because what I want to do is I want to look back at the end of my month when I mark 20 on 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days, 5 days each week for an entire month. Then I can look back and gauge and see what I've done. Okay. I reached out to 100 people a week, 400 for the month. And I had, 40, 50 responses, had 2, 3 signups, 5 signups. Those are my numbers. Now I have my numbers. So you just want to get your numbers, find out what your numbers are going to be, and then you work the numbers. You can't beat the numbers can't beat you, period, end of story. I know that I haven't talked to enough people, so I'm not concerned that I don't have any signups yet. I know I haven't reached out to enough people. Okay. Let's see. See if I got one more. Okay, this guy, he was at my econ. We ended up talking. I thought I had another person. Any questions? Terrence, you there? I think we're having.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Anything? You good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, it's just more so, again, when you're dealing with this Facebook prospecting, it's just more so numbers.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you know by heart the scissor card number?
I've never used it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I don't use it. Nah. Because here, everything I do, it has a psychological advantage to it. And here's what I know about this video right here. This video right here, even though Brian being done a more professional one, somebody needs to be more. Most of the people I'm talking to are black. Black people are very emotional people. Okay, we respond to emotions more so than anything else. People buy emotion and back everything up with logic. So this thing right here, this video, signed up a ton of people. I've signed up hundreds and hundreds of people because of this simple video right here. So I know that it works. Many of my teammates have signed up hundreds of people. Again, the mistake we made was that we were signing up a lot of people who were just income shifting. Nobody was building the business. I wasn't building the business. So we made that change. So the Pique and Pass video is fine. Now, if I meet somebody who is, might be, making six figures and a little bit more corporate and a little bit bougie, a little uptight, then I'll send them the other Brian Bean video when he's got the black jacket on, something a little bit more professional so they can, relate. But other than that, they're getting this one right here. I really don't care because it's fire right there. And you want somebody that I don't want to change my system for people. I want the people that fit my system on my team, if that makes sense. Okay. So I don't want to make changes because I think this will work better or this will work better. I know this will work. Like if you go back, I even moved my this might help too. Okay. If you go to the presentation website, what I did was, because I haven't had time to do an updated video yet, I went and Brian Bean did a new presentation for 2019 with all the updates, with the new comp plan and stuff like that. He actually doesn't go into it. So what I did was I went and took my video out and I put Brian Bean's video in. So it's a 23-minute video, and he's going through the presentation in 23 minutes. So Brian Bean's a beast when it comes to the presentation. So I don't have no problem. Then I put a Mr. Stokes video underneath there, the problem with limited income, so people can hear a little bit more education on what it is that we do. I have a cash flow manager demo video, and I had a cash flow strategist demo video. I put those on there. They've always been on there because people always ask questions about the software, and I was like, well, the videos are right there. So I signed a lot of people up on that too, because I said, did you see the software videos? They said, no, I didn't get a chance to watch those. I even send them back. Go back and watch those videos, and then we'll schedule another follow-up call, because I let Brian Bean, let the videos do the work for you. They're going to do all the work for you.
Right.
So that should help things a lot better, move things. Now, what we have to do is we have to get better on the process, the system, and the closing. Okay. If we get better, then I'll just leave Brian Bean right there. But we got to get our skill level up, our skill set up on the back end of bringing people in, because it don't matter what they see. If we have the skill set to close, they're going to join, and we can lead them in the way we need to go. All right. So that's what the purpose of our training is. Each week, we're going to be going over the system, prospecting, Pique and Pass. Next week, we'll talk about presentation. The next week, we'll talk about follow-up, and then the close or whatever. And we'll role play on that and start getting great at that. But you want to practice this stuff throughout the week, so that the better you are. I tell everybody, we got one movie to do, and that's prospect, Pique and Pass, presentation, follow-up, and close. That's the movie we got to learn.
All right.
You master that movie, it's game over. Okay. Got some real good stuff coming up too, as far as we have to become master recruiters to build our business. Master recruiters, not masters at selling the membership, but masters at building our business and bringing people aboard our team so we can change their life. So we're going to get excellent at that. So stick around, Terrence. Got some good stuff coming up for you that's going to change your business. Promise you that.
All right.
So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Excellent on the posturing up. You gotta respond. That's what you want.
You're right.
Stress that enough. I think most people are scared to do that. That's why they don't have success. But that's what all the $1 million earners do. They posture up.
Yeah.
Like you said, respectfully. You shouldn't be in business if you can't look at a 7-minute video. Like I told a girl, if you can't watch the whole 40 minutes, then How you gonna build financial independence over your lifetime? You can't even take 40 minutes to watch a video. But I bet you on Netflix binge watching something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking for people that financial independence is important to them, not something that it would be nice. It's just something I gotta have. You know, she told us that she just had a baby. Okay, so you know, you got to use that. You got to use that. You just had a baby. You tell me you want to build financial independence, but you can't spend 40 minutes. You know, you love your child, right? You love your family, don't you? Come on.
Right.
You know, so,
Right.
you know, cool.
Good. Yeah.
Good stuff. How's your prospecting been going? Are you hitting your numbers? Are you have people to reach out to or what?
Well, I do. I'm working it, and what I mean when I say that, I started out with 20 as my number. I actually just revised my goals today to be at 10. So I think I can hit 10 comfortably. I've been hitting about 10 a day or close to it, but I'm just looking to increase it over time and get comfortable with starting the initial process of contacting them.
How many hours a day are you doing that?
Probably about 5.
It's 5 hours,
Yeah,
and you only doing 10.
yeah.
So it's taking you an hour to message 2 people.
Nope, I engage. I'm engaging, so it's not really just it. A lot of times, like I say, I'm engaging in conversation. Sometimes it may take them 20 minutes to text back, and I have to explain them like, listen, this is not just some get rich scheme. You know, there's a process. This is real business. I have to go through these, processes with people a lot. So it just that's what it is. So, but then also, I'm not saying I sit there for 5 hours either. You know, I do this throughout my day. So I may sit here for an hour and do it, but yeah, that's about right.
You got to take massive action. You got to hit a lot of people in a short period of time. If you got 5 hours, you got to hit up 10 people an hour minimum. I'm not sure what you mean by engaging. Are you hitting people that are live, that's online, or you don't want to be waiting around for them to respond while you want to message a lot of people. If you got 5 hours,
Okay, well, let me take that back. Sorry to cut you off. No. I'll take that back. You don't even get your name written down on my paperwork until you respond. So no, I'm probably, if I had to say how many people I'm contacting, oh yeah, probably about 100 people already, and that's in 2-3 days. But yeah, the responses, some like we said before, not everybody's responding, and even when you get a response, you peek and you pass, and then yes, I have to engage. So yeah, I reach out to a lot of people, but until we actually get a video to you, and you I don't write you on the whiteboard. That's just how I've been doing it. So I got people right here, right now. I got check marks, but they didn't go through the whole process. Some of them never responded back. I think they're good prospects, but you never responded back. So, but they still count as me reaching out to them.
Right. Yeah, you just want to have some structure to it so that you know that I'm hitting a certain amount each day. Because I know there's a limit without Facebook, hitting you up or whatever. I don't know, but if you say, okay, I'm reaching out to 20 or 30 people each day, and if I'm getting a few conversations, as well. But right. I don't know. You just, yeah. I don't know.
It's not.
there's a
It's not
disconnect
as
there. I'm not
structured.
sure.
It's not as structured as I would like it, but you know, at how I'm seeing it is forward movement and productivity. It's not like I'm not saying nothing. You know, this is not ranging just from Facebook. These are conversations out in public. These are text messages. These are actually sometimes just random people that you bump into, you know, just picking up milk.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm saying that because if you're doing the numbers, then you should be getting through. That's all I'm saying. So we got to figure out. It's just like I always use the analogy of changing my tire. I know that if I first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bolts off. When I take the bolts off, I'm gonna take the hubcap off. I take the hubcap off. I'm gonna take the rim off and the tire. And I'm gonna change the tire and I'm gonna put the rim and tire back on. So there's a process that I go through. So I know that if I'm hitting a certain amount of numbers, then I'm going to have some conversations that's going to lead to some presentations. That's going to lead to some follow-ups. I don't want to feel that you're talking to hundreds of people, but we're doing one follow-up a week. That's a waste of time. So something we gotta find out where the breakdown in the system is at, because if not, you're gonna burn yourself out.
Right.
So I need to
just to let you know, the follow up that I have with the two sisters for tomorrow. She didn't respond technically just this past week for the Pique Pass. A month later, literally almost a month later. So I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm just saying again, if you're reaching out to people, I want you. We need to be able to track your numbers and see what's going on, so that you're not again talking to hundreds of people and not getting anything. You know, because I've messaged 5 people and I'm getting somebody responding. I haven't had anybody get to the and here's why I'm saying this, James, because I haven't had anybody myself get to the presentation yet. However, I hadn't talked to a lot of people myself either, as I look at my numbers on my board. But the ones that I do send over the Pique Pass and we don't go any further than that, I tweak that and I say, okay, now I'm messaging them and say, if you like what you see, let's get on the phone and talk. You know, if you like what you see, let's go on the phone. Normally what I say, if you like what you see, I'm gonna get more information up to you. I send them the presentation and we schedule follow-up. Well, that's not happening. I'm not getting to that. So now what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, if you like the Pique Pass, let's talk on the phone like men. So
yeah, I'm talking prior to the Pique Pass. I'm talking to the initial.
Okay. All right.
So is that your prospecting that you're speaking of when you have a prospect? This is prior to the Pique Pass.
If you're having a lot of conversation before the Pique Pass, you're wasting time, because you gotta
understand that.
Yeah, you got a lot of people, billions of people on Facebook. So you want to go through a lot of people at a short period of time. You want to get this thing cranking. Facebook is a mass amount of people, so you really don't have enough time to be talking back and forth with people. You just want to. That's what this is. This is a system for low hanging fruit. So if people happen to respond and say yes, I'm open, then let's go. Let's move to the next step. You know. If you talking, because now you're wasting time, because you're talking to all these people about certain different things and you're waiting for them to respond, and then they disappear, and it's like, I understand building relationships and building that like and trust, but I don't think this is the right format for that when you got so many people that you can talk to.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it. The guy named Terry Grimaud that I listen to, he says you shouldn't even hit them up with a Pique Pass video unless you know what their pain is. And I agree to an extent, but I ain't got time to be doing all that. I got this system from Ray Higdon, and his wife said, you know, just message these people and see if anybody responds and go from there. Because you want to move fast and you want to move with precision.
Okay.
Again, you got thousands of people. I keep getting new lists every day. Thousands of people. I got 26,000 people that's following me on Facebook that I need to reach out to. I got 3,000 people that's friends with that's in Tampa that I need to reach out to. I got 7,000 people in the Marriage Club who responded, and in the Black Fathers Club. So I got thousands of people. You can have those conversations. I'm gonna be running through people, you know. So
Right.
so you want them on your team or you want them on my team?
Gotcha.
So that's the thing. Yeah, you want to send them a message. You keep your options open, and boom, hit send, and I'm on to the next. I write everybody's name down because what I want to do, my goal is to create a 1,000 name list. I want to create a 1,000 name list. I have a book, create a 1,000 name list, and then I highlight all the people that respond. Because what happens is this is a timing business, and you want to have a list of somebody to talk to. So this is a timing business. You're going to come back. If you have 1,000 people on your list, it might take you 6 months to go through 1,000 people, or it might take you 2 or 3 months to go through 1,000 people. After those 3 months go by, let's say you don't have nobody to talk to. You go right back through that list of all the people that responded. Something might have changed in their life. You go right back through them, and or like you said, but you say people, if they don't respond, then they go into you, but that's fine too. That works too. But I just want to put 1,000 people on my list and run through that. So,
All right.
whatever system works for you. Again, you just want to have a lot of people, and same thing with my leads. I've had over 3,000 leads come through WooFoo. I haven't talked to all of them. I have them all printed out here on my desk, and I send them text messages every now and then. Every 6 months, it takes me about 6 months to go through 3,000 leads. You know, some of them haven't responded over years. I have people that filled out my form 3 years ago that I've messaged them like 3 or 4 times, and they finally respond and say, yes, I want information. So it's timing. That's all too. You have to remember that people's going through things in life, and you can catch them at the right time. You gotta catch them at the right time.
Okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Again, man, you're doing awesome. Don't let it frustrate you. You want to maximize your time. I would say anywhere between 10 to 20 people an hour. You just want to drop a message, and you want to talk with those who respond, and keep it tight. Keep it tight and short with them. You know, I'll send you a quick video. Can you watch it? And then all I do is copy and paste most of my messages through that process, so I can get through the masses. It's just the point of sitting down and doing the work. At least you have somebody to talk to. Most people out here are still trying to figure out how they can do some attraction or brand themselves and stuff like that. You making contacts, that's more important than doing a great Facebook post or any other thing. I'm telling you, having somebody to talk to. This business is 2 things. I need somebody to talk to, and and knowing what to say. I need somebody to talk to and knowing what to say. You got those 2 things going on, everything else is garbage to me.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, continue working. And then once you have a person sign up, then you can come off of Facebook. You have a few people sign up, you come off, but you got to be ready to, again, help them put together their list and start working their list. And so you got to master the system. So this helps you to master the system as you're talking to all these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, boss.
All right.
Have a good night. Hit up old girl and try to get her see if she can watch the presentation. If not, send her to see if she want to watch the presentation. We could schedule a separate follow-up call with her. If she wants to get on the phone, put her on the phone with me. She's a special case right now because her sister's already watching it.
Yeah.
You want to drive a leg deep, and I was telling her, hey, it might not be for you, but you might not. Sharp people know sharp people. Again, there's a compliment. Oh, he called me sharp. Oh,
Right.
So sharp people, that might not be for you, but sharp people know sharp people. And then you can say, look, you already got a leg going. You already got money working for you. If you join, your sister join, you already started making money, and then your sister brings somebody on. Y'all start building a team. Y'all in Buffalo, we can blow this thing out.
Yeah.
Your leg nice and deep. They got to see the vision. They got to be able to see. And most people don't believe nothing good can happen to them, Terrence.
I already know.
They don't believe it.
Well, I'll show him.
Right on. Right on. All right, boss. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.